Last week we started on the SW300, a stunning driving route around the southwest tip of Scotland. It was packed with unbelievable scenery, astoundingly beautiful park-ups and gorgeous sunsets. So if you haven't seen that video yet, then we suggest you go back and watch it now, as this week we're continuing along the second half of that route.
We're James and Sarah, also known as the Whole World or Nothing.
After 6 years travelling the world, we traded in our backpacks, bought this old panel van and spent 5 months transforming her into Cassie, our dream home on wheels.
Make sure you've subscribed so you can join in the adventures as we hit the road and make the switch to full-time van life. It's alright now?
Not bad.
Just a little lay-by. There's no overnight parking signs, so we can potentially stay, but we just thought we'd pull in. Nice view.
Do a bit of work, have some lunch,
yeah.
Chill out for a bit, and then see where we are at the end of the day, eh?
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. So we just had our dinner. I think we've decided we're just going to stay here for the night now.
Probably, yeah. I don't see any reason to move on. Beautiful surroundings, nice sunset going on over there. It's pretty peaceful apart from the main road behind us. I'm sure that'll quieten down soon enough.
There's
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, exactly. There's a little beach down there, so I think we're going to have a little wander down there in a bit, aren't we? You've just been watching an otter. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, a sea otter is just bobbing around on its back.
So if we go down there, we might be able to get a bit closer.
Maybe. We spotted this place earlier as we were driving past, so we just thought we'd come and walk up to it as we're kind of walking along the beach this evening. It's got to be the strangest building I've seen in my life. It's built on rocks.
Someone's just knocked a shed up, haven't they? On the side of the beach.
It's bizarre, but I absolutely love it. So we're going to have a closer look. Surely that is like architecture 101, don't build on a load of loose rocks.
The park up that we stayed at last night has been really quiet this morning, so we've just been getting a bit of work done and had some lunch outside, and now we're going to head further on up the coast. You ready? Feeling
Almost.
good? Looking good?
Yeah, get in there,
Yay!
Let's go.
Just a few minutes up the coast was the lovely seaside town of Girvan, which immediately had us feeling nostalgic with its retro vibe.
What did you go for?
So I've got cola cubes and rhubarb and custard, two of my favourites.
Just picked up some chips and we've just had lunch, so we're not even hungry. But I spotted a load of people eating these chips and they come in actual newspaper, which is like properly traditional British fish and chips, how they're served. But I've never even had that. I've never had that in my entire lifetime. So it's like really old school. So we just had to stop and get some. Just realised that the newspaper the chips are wrapped in is the Daily Mail. Just about the only thing it's good for.
So what do you think of Girvan then?
I liked it. First impressions, I wasn't sure, because when we were wandering into town, all the shops, everything was kind of like boarded up.
Bit derelict, wasn't it, to start
It
with?
seems like it was that kind of place. But then when we got into the centre of town, there was a sweet shop, which was really cool. It was really colourful with kind of like the buildings and the flowers and stuff. And then the harbour and the beachfront are just really lovely. It's old school, don't get me wrong. You know, this is like what I imagine a town in the 70s would have looked like, a seaside town. But it's got a nice kind of charm to it, I think.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I liked it too. People were really friendly as well.
Really friendly,
Like,
yeah.
Lots of people were saying hello and just smiling, and yeah.
Absolutely.
It's got a nice feel about it.
And the beach is beautiful, absolutely
Really
huge.
beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
really wide, it's loads of space, some nice sand, really calm waters. Nice place, I think.
Yeah. And this car park that we parked in, you can stay in for free. And the one at the other end was £5, was it?
Yeah, £5 for the night
Yeah.
for motorhomes. So
So that's a bit closer to town.
yeah,
Well, in town. But this one's like, I don't know, what would you say, 10-minute walk or something?
10-minute walk, yeah, along the promenade.
Yeah, so I don't know, nice place to stop off. We've only just started going for the day though, so we're gonna carry on, aren't we? We're going to another place called Electric Brae. You gonna explain it?
No.
We'll tell you about it when we get there.
This is absolute madness.
Explain what's happening then.
I can't explain what's happening, I don't know. I'd read about this before, you told me about it before as well, but I didn't quite understand the extent that it was going to be just this mind-bending. So we're on a hill going upwards or facing upwards, but I'm in neutral and I've got my foot fully down on the clutch, and when I take my foot off the brake, we're moving uphill. It feels like we're moving uphill, like the van's going that direction, uphill, but I just don't get it.
Well, I think that's supposed to be the thing, isn't it? That you're not supposed to get it because it's an optical illusion.
But it's not an optical illusion.
Yeah.
This is a hill.
No, it isn't though.
Electric Brae is a rare geographical phenomenon known as a gravity hill, where the surroundings are arranged in such a way that it tricks your brain into thinking that it's an upward slope rather than a downward one. In other words, it's an absolute find mark.
Just up the road are the picturesque ruins of Dunure Castle. This place may be familiar if you're a fan of the historical TV series Outlander, as it featured in series 3 and 4. We must confess we've never actually seen the programme, but it's a beautiful spot all the same.
This car park that we're staying in tonight in Ayr is a council car park, and it's £5 a night to stay over in a motorhome from 6 PM till 9 AM. But it's pretty good because they've got a grey water waste disposal point and a freshwater tap as well. I think that's pretty good now.
What?
Ayrshire Council.
I think it's great. This is what councils should be doing.
Yeah.
Because you see the amount of motorhomes and camper vans that are here. All of them are going to be spending money, you know, going into the local areas and providing a injection of cash, which is, I sound like Boris Johnson, don't I? Which is exactly what we need at this time. But yeah, like, it's important for tourism, isn't it? Because when we find a town where we can't park, we don't stop there, we just go straight through.
Exactly. And it's like they've done it how they want it as well. They've limited it. There's 10 spaces, so there's maximum of 10 motorhomes. You can't park anywhere else other than those bays, or you're not supposed to anyway. You pay your money on an app. Like, it's just dead simple.
Yeah.
Like, it works really well. Like, well, we've only been here an hour, but it seems like it works really well.
It's great. Well done, Ayr Council.
Ayrshire.
Ayrshire Council. Well done.
So it's like 10 minutes walk into town from here, so we're gonna go in and grab a couple of drinks and have something to eat in there in a little bit. Right now we're just enjoying a beer and yeah, cheers. Enjoying the view.
What do me and Justin Bieber have in common? We both love a fried Mars bar. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I've never had one of these before. We've been searching high and low for about 2 months for a deep fried Mars bar. Finally found one. It looks absolutely rank. But the proof is in the eating, isn't it? So let's give it a go.
Pretty good?
Okay, so what's your opinion on the deep fried Mars bar situation?
Well, the thing is, I don't actually really like Mars bars.
I hate Mars bars.
So that in itself, you know, doesn't bode well. I think if it was a deep fried Snickers, then I might like
sounds
it.
Good, yeah, I'm on
that
board
would be
with
alright. Why does no one do that?
Scotland, come on, raise your game.
We left the coast yesterday and came inland. This was our park up last night, just a car park at the back of that big A Frame behind us, which is just like the remnants of an old mining shaft, but they've turned the whole area into like a nature reserve. So it's been a pretty nice place to stay. Okay, so it says park at, and there's some coordinates, which is where we have parked at, and follow the River Ayr path west. You go across a little wooden bridge, turn right into the wooded area, bear right along these cliffs, and you'll soon find it.
Okay. Do you trust the person who's written this? You
I
brought
don't know.
me down some back alley that's a little bit dark and surrounded by woods. So.
Come on, let's go.
So we found him.
Yeah.
That was harder than I thought to find. It's not like particularly far from where we parked up, but the path that we walked along is not well walked at all because it was completely covered in undergrowth.
No, and the directions are terrible.
Directions are really bad.
Yeah.
But we're here.
That's them.
These things are meant to be some kind of neolithic artworks, and they're supposed to be somewhere between 4,000 and 6,000 years old, which is pretty impressive when you consider that they're still there. What was the other thing that you just said?
They were hidden behind dirt for ages, and then someone that was clearing some vegetation found them, and they were recorded as being here in 1986. But yeah, they've been here all that time and no one even knew.
So they're about the same age as us.
Yeah. Well, as in
when they were discovered.
Yeah. Apparently this pattern of design in stonework is quite common throughout Europe, but the reason this one is so interesting is because it's normally on horizontal rock, whereas this is on vertical rock, so it's quite unusual.
Sarah's brought us on this blue black trail. We've done one of these before in Jedburgh and it was really good. This one, we've seen 3 plaques in the space of about, I don't know, 30 metres, and they're not that interesting. They're basically like friends of Robert Byrne, a guy who was a lawyer. That's not very interesting. Anyway, I've gone on the website of the people, the club, that have actually set up this blue black trail, And here is something interesting. This is a fact for you. Mauchline Burns Club is the holder of the Guinness Book World Record for the largest haggis cook. I can't even say it.
Is he so excited?
It's really not.
Right, start again.
Mauchline Burns Club is the holder of the Guinness Book World Record for the largest haggis cooked using natural materials. What does that even mean? That's like being the king of a dustbin.
This place that we're at then is called Crawick Multiverse, and it's an old coal mine which has basically been completely transformed, re-landscaped with a natural art installation that's cosmology inspired. Is that right? What is it?
Cosmology. That's like, what's that like? The study of Cosmopolitan magazine.
What is it?
Cosmology, I think.
Cosmology. All things to do with space and all that anyway. So yeah, that's what all the different art installations are based on. But it's a huge, or was a huge, coal mining community all around this area. So they've done this with a lot of the coal mines, made different things out of them. Obviously the one that we were at this morning was a nature reserve. So yeah, it's really quite cool what they've done with spaces like this, rather than just leaving them to go to rack and ruin.
It is. I'm just going to say this place was built by a chap called Charles Jenks.
Yeah.
He dreamt it up and built the whole thing. I think he'd be turning in his grave right now at your description of it.
Maybe I should have just read the leaflet, no?
Probably, yeah. The route to our next stop took us through the Mennock Pass, which is not only a gorgeous stretch of road to drive along, but also one of the most popular wild camping spots we've ever seen, an activity which is famously tolerated here. We also made a quick stop at the highest village in Scotland, just to say we'd been, before carrying on to where we were planning to sleep that night.
This is our park up for the night in the middle of a forest. It's another Forestry Commission park up where you can stay the night. What have you got to tell us about it? Something about the name, is it?
It's the shortest place name in Scotland, the UK. Something like that, maybe.
What is
it's just
it?
AE. I don't know how you pronounce it. I? It's got to be one on the two, isn't it?
I Forest.
I Forest, yeah.
Something like that.
But it's also one of the biggest forests in Scotland, so should be good to go for a walk today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whenever we can be bothered.
It's been a lot of driving today, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been quite a long day.
Like, it's been really nice, like a lot of lovely, lovely scenery, but we've covered a fair few miles, haven't we?
Yep. And it's been hot, so
yeah.
Pretty tired.
Yeah. What you found then?
I've just found a glut of wild raspberries.
Any good?
They're nice, yeah.
We've got a bit of a crisis going on, haven't we?
Midges absolutely everywhere. Yeah, check this out. I think you can probably see them here.
We got all of those midges out eventually then. We forgot that the roof light was open. Like the blind was closed but the roof light was open. So they were coming through like some tiny little holes. You could see them creeping through, couldn't you?
Yeah, they were just creeping through the air vents, which was quite distressing actually. It's like something out of a horror movie, you know, where you think you've plugged every gap and then all of a sudden you're just seeing these things appear in front of your eyes. So yeah. Not the best start to the evening, but we had a relaxed night in the end, I think.
Yeah, we've had a really good sleep. So we've got up this morning and we're just going on a walk in the forest.
Sarah's come as a piece of origami today. Check that out. Look at all those creases.
It's a little bit creased, isn't it? On our final day, we wanted to cram in a couple more stops, so paid a short visit to Dumfries before hitting up the nearby Caerlaverock Castle.
I've just chatted to one of the women that works here, and the castle's actually shut, so we can't go into the castle, but the good news is that we can do everything else and it's absolutely free.
Okay.
So ordinarily you pay £6 per adult. We don't have to pay anything, we can park here, we can wander around the grounds. There's a nature reserve, there are a few walks, apparently one of them goes to an older castle. There's some birds of prey that they're showing over there. I'm not sure that's my thing, but yeah, there's plenty of stuff that we can do.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, that is it for the Southwest Coastal 300 road trip, guys. We are more or less back at the start where we started.
We have had a fantastic time. We've enjoyed every single minute of it, I think.
Yep.
The coastline is just absolutely stunning and there's so much to see and do around here as well. We are going to be back as soon as we get the opportunity. I think it's probably somewhere that we'll keep on coming back to again and again because it's just that beautiful.
Yeah.
And we don't know where we're actually going next, but hopefully we'll see you there.
Catch you later.
Well, that's it for this week, friends. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a thumbs up down below and stop by for a chat in the comments. If you're not already subscribed, then now's the time to put that right, and don't forget to hit that little alarm bell too so you get notified every time we post a new video. We'll catch you next time.